What's going on, world? DS1 Ross, and we back here on Sheep Stay Sleep TV. Shout out to everyone who support the platform. Much love, much love. If you are here, you can hear me clearly. Please drop your ones in the chat. Please drop your ones in the chat. Let me know if you can hear me clearly. Let me know if y'all can hear me clearly, family. Let's see if you guys can hear me. See if y'all can hear me. Okay. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to y'all. Welcome back to the recap show. Welcome back to the recap show. Shout out to everyone in the building. Salute to all the visionaries, man. I'm glad you guys can hear me. I will be opening up the panel in a minute. Let you guys come on and we'll chop it up about this week's series. If you want to know what series we're talking about when you realize that the paper can't save you. When you realize that the paper can't save you. If you missed any episodes, make sure you check the playlist section out of the channel. Check the playlist section out on the channel. And go over there and check the playlist out, man. Go and check all the playlists out. Go over there and check all the content. I have it organized for you guys. So if you miss any series, they're all in the playlist section. You can catch any series. You can catch up at any time. Shout out to everyone in the building. Let me shout you guys out. And then we're going to get into the show. Shout out to Miss Queena. Hey, Queena, how you doing? Happy Saturday to you. Shout out to you. I appreciate you always coming through and holding down the chizat. Shout out to you, Miss Queena. What's up, Rainin' Woman? How you doing? Shout out to Rainin' Woman in the building. I appreciate you pulling up and supporting the show. Appreciate you coming through and holding down the chizat for. Much love. If y'all missed any episodes, there's the link. There's the link to the playlist. If y'all missed any episodes, shout out to you, Rainin' Woman. I appreciate that. Shout out to Cuzzo. Salute, Cuzzo. Salute. What's up, YouTube cameras? How you doing? What's going on? What's going on with you? Hey, Miss Camille. Good to see you, sweetheart. Good to see you. Good to see you. Glad you're in the building. I know it's Saturday, so it's great to see you. What up, Eye of Thunder? Shout out to Eye of Thunder in the building. Salute. Shout out to everyone, man. Shout out to everyone. Shout out to everyone. Before we get into the show, before I go ahead and put the link out, I just want to let you guys know I appreciate everyone who's been supporting the channel, all the new supporters. Shout out to y'all. I appreciate y'all for tuning into all the series. You know, I appreciate y'all just supporting the content. We definitely have a lot more great content coming. You know, we're going into the fourth quarter. So we will end this year off with a bang for sure. We will be going into next year. We're going to be coming in guns blazing. But y'all stay tuned. The merch is coming. The merchandise is definitely coming. So y'all stay tuned for that. Y'all stay tuned for that. Y'all will have some merch way before the end of the year. Okay? So stay tuned for that. Stay tuned for that. Also, coming up this week, I will be out. I'll probably be back either Thursday or Friday coming up this week. I just need a break. I need some time off. So I'm going to go and do that. I'm going to go and take some time off. I'm going to take about a good 4 days off. I'll probably be back Friday to give you guys a show. But I will be dropping content. While I'm not here, I will be dropping some content for you guys. But I definitely need a break, man. So I wanted to come to y'all and let y'all know that. I definitely need a break. You know, just need to relax, you know. Just need to relax. Don't worry about you know, any content, anything that's going on YouTube, you know. So I'm just chilling, man. I'm gonna just be chilling. I'm gonna fall all the way back, and then I'm gonna come back recharged, you know. Absolutely, Queena. Self-care. Absolutely. Shout out to my guy, Club Fortune. Salute, salute. Absolutely. Absolutely. You know, because whether people know it or not, doing content is it's very taxing, you know. So we need that time as content creators to just fall back and, you know, go black for a minute. You know, y'all not gonna see me for the next couple of days. But like I said, I will be having some content dropping for you guys. But it's definitely a needed break. It's definitely a needed rest, you know, so we can keep this train going. So shout out to everyone in the building. Shout out to everyone in the building, man. So let me go ahead and put the link out. You guys want to come on and chop it up about this series? We can. I won't keep y'all too long. I won't be keeping y'all too long today. So if you would like to come on, go ahead and hit the link when I put the link out. Let's chop it up. Let's get to it, man. Shout out to everyone. Let's put the link out. Let's see who would like to come on and chop it up about the series. If you're gonna come up here, remember, let's keep this stuff on topic. You know, let's not go off into the weeds and start talking about other things. Let's keep this stuff on topic, man. Let's keep it on topic. If you're gonna come on up, if you're gonna come on the panel, keep it on topic. I'm gonna go ahead and drop the link. There's the link. The link is in the chat room. Y'all can click the link at any time. Let's get on here. You know, let's chop it up. Shout out to everyone, by the way. I'm doing pretty good. Doing pretty good, man. Y'all definitely stay tuned for not just more workout videos, but stay tuned for me bringing y'all my journey in the form of just letting y'all know how has it been, what's been going on, give y'all a glimpse of, you know, some of the things that I take as far as, you know, going on my weight loss journey. And what I really want people to understand is working out is really for your health. And when you healthy, you're going to look good and you're going to feel good. But don't ever, and I'm talking to the fellas, don't ever get into working out and all that to look good, man. It's all about feeling better. It's all about feeling better. So understand that, man. Understand that it's all about feeling better. You're going to look better anyway. It's all about feeling better. How you feel about yourself, what you think about yourself. That's the beauty that I'm learning of actually paying attention to your health. Because it's part of self-care. If you care about yourself, if you love yourself, that's the stuff you'll pay attention to. And that's something that I've learned, you know. It's not that you don't hate yourself, it's just that you don't see yourself in a certain light. And that could be for whatever internal reasons that you got going on. But just understand, man, that working out is for your health. And looking good is gonna be a byproduct of that. Your body being in shape and you looking good and the women gawking over you and all that. That's just a byproduct, fellas. You know, as y'all know, I'm a big dude and I go to a bodybuilding gym. You know, I go to a bodybuilding gym. Thank you, Queena. I appreciate that. Absolutely. Absolutely. Shout out to all the content creators that's doing their thing and holding the line. You know, that's holding the line, man. And one thing that, because I be shocked when I be in there and all the big buff, super buff dudes that's bench pressing 500 and all that, they be motivating me. They be telling me, like, yo, keep doing your thing. Yo, man, what's up, man? You doing good, man. Yo, I see you. And I be shocked, like what you dudes watching me for? And what I learned is they're watching the transformation. They're watching me, be disciplined enough to make that change. And that's really what, you know, a lot of those guys look for. When you really talk to them bodybuilding dudes and all of that, a lot of them dudes are just cool dudes. They not as cocky as people think. They're not assholes like people think. Some of them are, but the ones that I've met, they all been cool, man. They all been cool. And the number one thing they tell me is what matters to them the most is how they feel about themselves. You see? So what we see, we see the outside, them being in competitions, them flexing and all of that, but those guys really focus on how they feel about themselves. So I'm gonna start bringing some more videos to you guys about that. Just letting you guys know how it feels to be on this journey. I'm gonna really start documenting that for you guys, man. So shout out to y'all. Like I said, click the link if you want to come up, chop it up about the series. Click the link. It's an open panel. Y'all ask for an open panel show. Y'all want to come up here and chop it up? Go ahead and click the link, man. Go ahead and click the link. Y'all been asking to, for me to allow y'all more access, being able to talk to me more, being able to come up and speak on certain topics. A lot of y'all be in the comment section when I'm live during the week, asking for me to drop links, wanting to talk about, wanting to have your 2 cents on the actual topic. So I created these recap shows so you guys can come up here and chop it up. So don't be afraid now. Let's click the link. Let's chop it up. You got any questions you want to ask me? Let's do it. Let's do it. Queena says, absolutely. They see you putting in the hard work. Yes, ma'am. Club Fortune says, I can relate to that. I used to work out with bodybuilders who won competitions. They were super cool and helpful. Helped me get to a 365 max on the bench. Damn. That's why I'm trying to get Club Fortune. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm trying to get to, bro. You feel me? But they mad cool. They mad cool. They give you advice on certain supplements to stay away from, certain supplements to deal with. Those guys are really all about health and safety and you taking care of yourself as a man. I really enjoy their conversations. You know what I'm saying? A lot of those guys, you could have more in-depth conversations. They really don't waste their time talking about stupid shit either. You know, click the link. The link is in the chat. Y'all want to come up and chop it up with me? Go ahead and click that link. We'll chop it up. Let's get into it. Episode 1. Episode 1. Let's see. Let's go back. What was episode 1? Here's episode 1. In this episode, we spoke on Ebony K. Williams, right? And Tyler Perry. And how everybody's flipped on them. Not everybody, but let's say this the sisterhood flipped on them. What up, Club Fortune? Salute.
Salute DS1. I'm not going to be too long, but I just wanted to thank you for bringing this topic because it definitely made me think about a lot of things, especially in my past life.
Absolutely, man. I appreciate your support, man.
Not a problem. And one of the things that kind of hit me hard with this topic was my late father.
Mm-hmm.
My late father was so oriented on money, trying to build a foundation. But the problem was he never really asked other people for help. And it kind of led to his demise. And
Man.
And the one thing that I think Black America kind of needs to realize is that money is not, and obviously you said this during your live chats, that money is not the end all be all. Money doesn't solve problems, it magnifies them.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. And it's interesting that you come from that perspective because, you know, a lot of people will say, well, all your father was doing was being a man. All your father was doing was being a man. And it's like, well, there is more to being a man. You know, like what happens when you make the money, but then all the people you go out and work for still don't like you. They unhappy with you. You're not paying them enough attention. You're not there. The money's there, but you're not there. Or like, you know, like in your case, you could sit back and just watch your dad work himself into a hole. I watched my dad do it, where he
Yes.
literally put not just everybody, but everybody and their issues before him. And what I've learned through therapy is if we're the leaders, we supposed to care about us more than anybody else.
And I'm
Because go
sorry,
ahead,
go ahead.
bro. I'm listening.
I was going to say, and I definitely glad that you said that. And it's one of those things that I've been currently trying to work on because I want to make sure that I put myself first and that I have enough faith in my family members and my friends that they're good and that they don't need to lean on me a little bit and that I can just focus on being my best self.
Right, right. And I think that's what a lot of us brothers want. We want to make sure we're secure and we want to make sure everybody around us is secure. But we got to remember if the people around us is looking toward us for leadership in certain things, then we have to always make sure we're okay first. Because whether we're okay or not, they're still going to look to get what they want from us. Because at the end of the day, we're in the leadership position. So what a lot of us fellas have to realize, man, is that the paper can't save you. Tyler Perry is a perfect example. You know, so to you guys who was on a high value train, you see where that ends up. And we talking about guys like Tyler Perry. We not talking about, the $40,000 a year guy. We not talking about him. We talking about a black billionaire who's not able to connect in his personal life with people because he haven't developed that part of himself. And I think that should scare us as men, because that's what actually leads to our misery when we get a certain age. That's what the midlife crisis is. The midlife crisis is you reach a certain age where you heading into retirement not too long. Your health is starting to decline. This is all because you've lost yourself. This is all because you thought, well, as long as the bills and shit is paid and everybody else is happy, I'll be okay. But for decades, we've saw that that's not the truth.
That is very true. And one of my biggest issues with the high value man or the manosphere complex that they try to build is that a lot of it is hollow. It's surface level depth. Because when you really get down to it, they don't really talk about building yourself up or having a solid foundation or infrastructure to evolve. And I've kind of seen that on the women's and feminism side, but I'm not going to touch on that because I'm just primarily focused on the man stuff. No offense.
Mm-hmm.
But the main thing has always been, yeah, make the money, blah, blah, blah. But what about mental? What about focusing on important leadership? What about focusing on internal growth? I didn't hear a whole lot of that, because I've seen some dudes making a whole lot of money, but they end up dying, and it seems like there's a cute celebration, but it seems hollow. There wasn't a lot more to the man rather than, oh, he worked hard, he made money. There wasn't much character around him.
Absolutely. And that's why, on the shows throughout the week, I was just reminding brothers, like, remember, one day all this shit gonna be over for you. So what they're gonna put in your eulogy and all of that is the type of man that you were, not none of the shit you accumulated. They're not gonna put you had 200 cars in your obituary. They're not gonna say you wore Louis. They're not gonna say any of that, because that stuff is irrelevant. They're going to talk about who you were. And this is where I think black men are not focused on who we are. This is why we can constantly be told what we're not, because we haven't made a stance on who we are, what we stand for. And I think that's more of an issue than anything, because people keep saying money is the problem, but it really isn't. The problem is what we doing with it. And what you do with your money is based on how you think of yourself, what you see about yourself. And it's not about not having fun and, just being these, structured guys and you're just serious. And no, it's not about that. But it's about actually, moving in a structured way. Not getting too out of control with things and losing sight of who we are and what we got going on. I think a lot of times we think money grants us a certain level of freedom, and it does. But if you still don't control yourself, what's going to happen is you're going to use the money and spend out of control. And this is what we constantly see, when we actually should be seeing the opposite, especially with all this money being out here, with all of these black men who have money now. Why we don't see any real significant changes? It's because of the mentality. It is because we think money is here to save us, and it's not, man. It's just here to pay bills and to do for you to accumulate material things, man. But the end of the day, that doesn't make a man. And a lot of guys need to move away from that mentality because that is the mentality that is creating a level of misery in men.
Exactly. And one analogy that I kind of like to use is the Patriots and Chicago Bears for anyone who watches football. The Patriots the last decade built a sustainable dynasty. And I use that as your quote DS1 as heal before you build. Healing before you build, make sure that you have it makes a sustainable growth and development process. As opposed to, unfortunately, my team, the Chicago Bears, trying to have money before you build, before you heal yourself, before you figure out who you are, before you try and take next steps. It's going to end up being short lived and your problems won't get solved. And you'll probably might create more problems for yourself in the long run. And I've kind of been a casualty of that in a sense. I've tried to build too fast without healing, without truly getting to know myself as a man. So I can definitely understand that.
I mean, absolutely, man. I mean, when I read that article about Jay-Z, I was shocked because I'm like, you wouldn't think that a guy like Jay-Z has those problems, but we all do. We all do. And the key is when we get the money, we don't drop the ball again. Because time after time again, we've saw that over and over again. How we drop the ball. And we drop the ball because we're not focused on what's important. We're focused on what everybody else is telling us is important. And if we doing that, then we're not really leading. You see, as a leader, you set the goals. This is where we going. It's not, well, being that they're saying this about me, I'm gonna do this, or I have to prove myself and show the world that I have this, because if the world says I don't have this to show the world, then I'm nobody. This is what we get caught up in when we get the money. This is why we got to go see Jacob the jeweler. This is why we got to go get a Bentley. This is why we have to do all of this stuff. It's not to prove anything to ourselves. It's for us to prove to the world, look at me. When really that's a sign of insecurity. Because as I learned, the people with the real money, they don't even want you to think they have it. The people who really are successful and are really networking and doing things on a big level, they don't even want to be seen. They don't want you to know who they are,
Exactly.
and it's not because they're afraid. It is because people don't people will quickly attack you. People will always want something from you. And I really understand that, because even without having the money, I understand it, because just when you a person that possess even so certain internal things, people will attach themselves to you. They'll attach themselves to you, and they'll bring you down. They'll drain you out, because we don't understand that our internal value is just as significant as the money that we possess, if not more. What up,
And
Truth? Go ahead, bro.
and that's pretty much all I just wanted to do. I just only wanted to chop it up real quickly. Wanted to thank you for dishing out this fire and fire content. And on a side note, shout out to For the Record TV for putting me on to you. And this is actually my first time on the Saturday recap.
Oh man, I appreciate it, man. Shout out to Sister George. Shout out to Sister George and Concrete Road. Shout out to Curling, you know. But I
Yep.
appreciate you, Club Fortune, man. I appreciate you pulling up.
Not a problem. Peace. I'm gonna fall back now.
All right, peace, man. Have a great day. So shout out to y'all, man. The link is in the chat. The link is in the chat. Link is in the chat. Y'all want to go ahead and click the link. I'll take a few more calls and then we're gonna wrap the show up, man. Truth says internalized racism isn't personal weakness. It's a byproduct of white supremacy. Absolutely. I agree with that. Internalized racism, I agree with that. Black people pretended marriage and child rearing isn't important at the exact moment we gained access to America's economic apparatus and called it strong and independent is internalized racism. It is. It is. And see, that may be a little too complex for most people, truth. But that's exactly what it ties into. That self-hatred ties into that because that is exactly what racism has actually created. It has actually created that. You know? What up? What up, bro? Shout out to Let Me Put the Tip in the building. Rain and Woman says, when you keep putting your money and material possessions in people's faces, they'll never see you outside of them. Great point. That's a great point. Great point. And you'll constantly attract the people who only see you for those things because that is actually what you're putting on display. That's a great point, Rain and Woman. It's a great point. And a lot of us, fellas, a lot of times we don't realize that. That's what we're promoting as basically trying to show people, look, this is who I am. And then when we get taken advantage of for those things, we get upset, but it's like, nah, bro, that's what you promoted. That's what you put out there. Then you realize that the paper can't save you. You realize the paper can't save you. Ebony K. Williams, she talked all that hot shit. And like I said, they was going to start walking all of this shit back. And look at all these black women. They walking all this shit back now. All that fly talk, walking all that shit back. They walking it back. The next show, episode 2, we was talking about what? Health. And how the paper can't save you and your health. And on that show, we ran down 10 black celebrities that had mental health issues, currently in therapy, at one point was in therapy. People that we wouldn't even expect. People that we wouldn't even expect. Club Fortune says, and keeping up with the Joneses game is a game that nobody wins long term. Facts. Because keeping up with the Joneses is basically keeping up with the latest trends to go shopping. That's all that is. That's to make you a constant consumer. That's what that keeping up with the Joneses shit is. When you break it down, that's really what it is. It keeps you in a constant state of consumerism. That's really what it's about. That's why nobody wins in the long run. Only people who win is the corporations. We got to understand that that's what marketing does. Marketing is to keep you keeping up with the Joneses. That's what commercials and all of that is. This is why they show you when a new burger come out, when a new pizza comes out, Rain and Woman says, and whatever energy you put out with your flexing via your attitude and disposition will contribute to the energy you receive. It is not a flex to brag about your haters. Good point. Truth says money is a tool to pay bills and buy things. Being around loving people makes folks happy. Facts. And it gives people peace, man. It gives people peace. You know? Because when you around loving people, you can be yourself. You can let your guard down. You can be yourself. And I just feel that we at a time in society, man, you shouldn't even be trying to get no money or really rocking with nobody if their energy is off. Straight up. If their energy is off, don't even deal with it. Because it'll just be a waste of time. That's all it's gonna always end up being, a waste of time. That's why therapy is important, fellas. It's to help us get ourselves back on track to where we once were, or to put us on the right track. That's what it's about, man. We got to do what's necessary. Because guess what? If we're gonna continue to chase the bag and all of that, we got to be healthy and we got to be prepared for what goes on while we're doing this. So this is why you got to understand that just having the paper can't save you. It can't save you. So the next episode was when you realize the paper can't save your family. When you realize that the paper can't save your family. And shout out to Club Fortune, but me and him was just chopping it up about that. You know? What happens when you come from a household where everybody worked, but nobody loved each other. Nobody never had time for you. Y'all never had time for each other. This is why when people become famous, they go and buy friends. This is why people do this stuff. And some of y'all be wondering, like, yo, why they do that? It's because they've never had friends. They've never had them. There's nothing wrong with having working parents. Nothing wrong with that. But tell me, how much has that really helped you outside of providing some food, providing clothing, and providing shelter? Outside of those three things, how has it profited you in any way? Usually it doesn't. And what you'll do is you'll take the money, and like Queen has said, you'll be running around looking for love. How the song go? Looking for love in all the wrong places. Looking for love in all the wrong places. And this is what you have. This is what you have with this girl right here. And we're gonna get into the next episode. Your reputation. She looking for love in all the wrong places. Start looking for love in money. Start looking for love in sex. You ruin your reputation. Because money can't save your reputation. You think because you got money and you still a hoe, that's supposed to negate the fact that you a hoe? Negate the fact that you a porn star? That doesn't negate none of that. Money doesn't negate that. Sorry, but it doesn't. Just go and talk and go and message and ask your porn stars on Instagram. Don't got no man. The majority of them are not married. They're doing the same shit that they was doing when they was in the porn industry. Just fucking dudes. That's all they're doing. And it's because their reputation has been ruined. Their appearance value is destroyed. Anywhere they go, no respect. None at all. None at all. So we have to think about this. Yeah, you could be a boss, but are you a good boss or are you a shitty boss? See? And that's depending on your team. So if you got everybody on your team calling you a shit bag, then you're a shitty leader. You can't be a leader and have poor people skills. See? You can't lead and don't know how to deal with people. That is part of having leadership skills. Being able to move people, motivate people to move. But see, some of y'all think that the money is going to do it. Yeah, and the money will make people move for a minute until they ready to make a move on you. You see? See, when you just got people around you for the money, they'll be ready to make a move on you. At some point, you become food when the relationship is all about money. Because at some point, somebody gonna want to cut their losses. See, this is what happens in the drug game in the streets. Because the paper can't save you. Realize that when you in the streets, the paper can't save you. It can't. Truth said, I never had a family until I created one. I only had parents. That's how a lot of us was, bro. A lot of us was like that. Red doesn't really have money. She has funding for her popularity and agency. Facts. Sure don't have no money. Truth says lots of single parents with money despise each other so much they end up mistreating their own children. Absolutely. Absolutely, bro. That's a fact. The children is always they always end up hurt. And these are supposed to be role models for our young girls. Okay, exactly. She's a paid planet agent of chaos to influence the minds of the sheeple. I agree. That's what a lot of them get paid to do. Sexy Red is NWA for women. She's going to lead young girls astray. Facts. Absolutely. Absolutely. And what is the first way? Because what she's doing is Sexy Red and Suki Hana, they're the poster childs for the renegade woman. This is the women who feel like they've been outcasted, they've been abused, nobody have listened to them. They're the face for those women to create a renegade culture amongst Black women. Because remember, the key is always and will always be to keep Black men and women separated. That's the key. Isolate them, and then our programs will work. But if they're together, the program wouldn't work. So they need Sexy Red, Suki Hana, Lotto. They need those girls to promote this renegade culture to women. Because that's what feminists are. Feminists are renegades. They renegades. You see? So that's what they're actually promoting to these young girls, that you don't have to listen to no man. A man is only here to for what you need him for, and after that, you can do whatever the fuck you want. That is the that is the mindset of a renegade hoe. Suki Hana and Sexy Red are the poster childs of that. That's what they promote, being a renegade. If I want to do the bang me out in the middle of the goddamn grocery store, so what? I can do it. That's what they're promoting. They're convincing young girls that your reputation doesn't matter. You are who you say you are, not who you show people that you are. You just could say who you are, and that's who you are. That's what they're promoting. Absolutely, Club Fortune. Infiltrate, isolate, and decimate. That's what they promote. Go back and listen to Suki old songs. Henny and a Plan B. They making songs being proud of having abortions. Think about this, ladies. Think about this. They're making songs about it being cool to have abortions, to drink alcohol while they're pregnant. You know who else is a face of the renegade culture? Krishan Rock. This is why these people are getting pushed the way that they are, these girls, because they're promoting renegade culture to young girls. You don't have to listen to your father. Fuck your father. He just a nigga like the rest of these niggas. This is what they're promoting. Destroying your reputation. And the way you cover up the fact that you done destroyed your reputation, the first thing come out your mouth is, well, I got some money. Fuck what people think. I'm getting this money. Like money somehow grants you a level of respect when it doesn't. What up, Ed? Shout out to A&T in the building. Salute. Like money grants you a level of respect. It doesn't. It doesn't. You'll be running around here paying for respect. And that's what people are doing. That's what people doing. Because their reputation is in the dirt. Club Fortune says Krishan Rock is a level up from the Bad Girls Club in Devolution. Yeah, Krishan Rock is crazy, man. That girl is nuts. She shouldn't even be in public. Krishan Rock should be in an institution. For real. In the last show, when you realize that the paper can't save you from your demons and your addictions. On this show, we spoke about the rapper Gunplay, how his addictions led him to help birth a child with a heart defect. It was because of his drug abuse. That he gave birth to a child that almost didn't make it. Salute, Cuzzo. Appreciate you for pulling up. Salute. See? Money can't save you from that, man. Money can't save you from your addictions. Can't. I'm going to put the link out one more time. Then we're going to wrap this show up, man. Shout out to everyone in the building. What up, boot camp? Salute. I know some of y'all was like, yo, man, he down with Ross. You know why he didn't go get no help? He did. Dude's relapse. What up, Green Martian? Money is the root of evil. The love of money is the root of evil. It's the love, man. It's not the money. It's the love of the money. That's why the series is when you realize that the paper can't save you. Because usually it takes a certain level of loss for you to realize that the money don't even fucking matter. Man, stop it. Salute, my brother. Salute. Salute, salute, salute. Shout out to the Shy. Shout out to all the OGs in the Shy that's making a change out there, man. Salute to y'all. Y'all make sure y'all go follow. Man, stop it. Y'all go follow Big Les, man. Shout out to you, man. Shout out to Big Dale, too. Shout out to y'all, man. I appreciate y'all support. What up, Ebo? Salute, bro. He says, excellent example with gunplay. Excellence. Yeah, bro. Yeah, man. We got to, the money can't save you, man. Money can't save you. A lot of us, men and women. No doubt, OG. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you. A lot of us, who took part in certain things, and we learned that the money, the shit that we was doing it for, it was a lot more hurt behind that shit than anything. It was more, it's more pain than money in this shit. With certain things, dudes got more pain out of it than anything. Dudes took more losses than they gained. And it's a blessing. And a lot of us brothers, we gotta start counting our blessings and just thanking God that we walked out of the situation. Who says that you gonna walk out the game with a bunch of money? That's not everybody's story. We gotta stop believing that fake shit. Some of us just walk out with our fucking life. Some of us just walk out with our life, and then we gotta figure out what we gonna do next. And that's real life. That's real life. Some of us left the game empty-handed because niggas, their own friends robbed them and stole everything from them. It's a lot of shit. Like, y'all just be on here just speaking, and I could tell like y'all don't know the inner workings of things. When you go back and you start thinking like, damn, man, we did all of this shit for money when we could have just did something else. Maybe if we'd have did something else, my mans would have been here. And it ain't about, complaining, but you have that level of self-reflection. But you have to really take losses though. You can't just be somebody who just be making up shit, and because those are the people who glamorize the shit. Those are the people who glamorize money. Those are the people who do all that. You got in the streets for money and you left with your life. Think about that. You ain't leave with a bunch of money, but you left with your life. You left with your freedom. You left with your dignity. You're not a rat. You're not a mook. Yeah, you ain't got no money, but you left an honorable man. Gotta think about that, fellas. Think about the internal value. Think about the shit that money can't pay for. Because there's a lot of niggas sitting in prison who had a whole lot of money and they still in prison. So we got to think about this, fellas. We got to think about this. I'm not a Gunplay fan, but that Bible on a Dash is a classic. Facts. Yo, you know what, Truth? I think that Bible on a Dash song was Gunplay's crossover song. Because after he put that Bible on a Dash out, he started putting out content where he was, going out with hunters and catching fish, and he was doing his thing, man. He was doing his thing. The drugs is what messed him up, bro. Because that Bible on a Dash song, that was a crossover song. He had a lot of he had a lot of Caucasian people liking that song, man. They Gunplay has a Caucasian fan base. Gunplay. That Bible on a Dash is definitely a classic. But Gunplay is the proof that the paper can't save you. He's the proof, man. He's the proof. It can't. Especially when you don't know what to do with it. Club Fortune says that 601 and Snort mixtape nearly put him in a position to blow up. Yeah, it did. It did. It did. He couldn't get off the drugs, bro. Couldn't get off the drugs. And I was going to do an episode. I was going to add this episode to the series, but I was like, nah, because I was going to make that episode 5 where I spoke on environment. And when you realize that the paper can't save you from your environment. Because see, a lot of dudes, they get that money, man, and you might leave your neighborhood, but if you go to another state, still hanging around the same type of dudes, you still in your hood. You feel me? Meaning you're still in your hood element. So the paper can't even save you from your environment. Then if you stay in that environment, you become a target with the money. The paper can't save you. You got to know what to do with it. This is why most rappers get killed in their neighborhood. They get killed in their cities. This is why. Because they don't understand that you got the money now. Now it's time to actually get to work. See, a lot of us as Black folk, we don't think like that. We think, oh, we got the money. Oh, it's time to chill. It's time to party. It's time to have fun. But you was partying and having fun when you was broke. So now you $1 million up. Why you not working? This is when you now supposed to start putting all your shit that you planned into action. But we don't do that. Why when the check drop, we got to go celebrate over drinks? Why? Why we got to go to the park? Why we got to go to the club? Why we got to go throw ones? Why? What are we actually celebrating? We celebrating a feeling. And okay, it's not wrong with going to celebrate, but goddamn. This bag done dropped. It's time to work. Let's work. What up, Cal Little? I appreciate it, man. Appreciate your support, Cal. It should be time to work. We be in strip clubs when we not up. But then when we get up, we still go there. Knowing that the strip club is really filled with a bunch of tricks and unhinged dudes. Why would we put ourselves in that environment? We are 500,000, million, 2 million up. What are we doing in the strip club, Black men? You in an environment, you're in an impoverished environment. That's the strip club. This is why dudes get shot at the strip club. We got to start really thinking, fellas. When you get the bag, it ain't time to go and relax. It's time to turn up. It's time to let's do some shit now, because now we actually have the resources to. But what do most of us do? What do we do? Come on, man. We got to think about this. We have to really think about this. Because at the end of the day, man, the paper can't save us. We can't take that shit with us. You think the amount of money you have going is your ticket to heaven? Huh? You think because you had a good job and a good career that you going to heaven? Huh? I want to ask y'all that. Because y'all think money could save y'all. So money is that's your express ticket to heaven? Because you know here on earth is hell. You already living in hell. That's why you got to pay for everything. That's hell. You got to pay to eat. You got to pay to breathe. You got to pay to drink water. That's hell. We in hell. So you think, oh, I was good when I was alive. So you think that's going to grant you some acceptance somewhere? This is what I want us to start thinking about as men. As men. Can no money save you? Can no money save you? What you think that you think your money gonna stop them boys from spinning that block? No, the money gonna make them come faster and make them keep coming. Money can't save you, man. Is this channel specifically geared toward the African American community? Are white boys allowed? You could come in here and show support, Cal. It's not a problem. It's not a problem at all. But yes, I mainly speak to my group of people. In particular, black men. But the information that I drop can be used for all men. So if you're interested, stay around. You know? What up, Primo? Stay around. But yes, I specifically talk to my brothers, black men in particular. But the paper can't save you, man. Look at Zion Williamson. Money can't save you, bro. And what I mean by that is the money can't save you from yourself. The money can't save you from yourself. See, a lot of y'all get a certain amount of money and then y'all become this, you create this character for yourself. You create this character for yourself. And you hide behind that character. Because you're afraid to look at yourself and face yourself. Money can't save you. And that's what we proved on this series, man. We're not regular people, but celebrities. Not even regular people. Not everyday people like me and you. Celebrities. Celebrities who told us that going to therapy changed their life. Going to therapy. Jay-Z said if he didn't go to therapy, basically he would have lost his family. Him going to therapy helped him become a better man. And in return, he became what? A better father. He became what? A better husband. He became what? A better brother. A better friend. That's what therapy did for Jay-Z. He realized how much damn, I do love my family. And I can't do nothing to lose that. See, Jay thought it was gonna be, yeah, I messed up, but I'm Jay-Z, I'm this, I'm that, and it's just gonna be that. And it wasn't. It wasn't. Appreciate you, Cal. He said, cool. I got my own semi-successful channel where I help men as well. Shout out to you, Cal. I'll go check you out. Appreciate that super chat. Jay-Z was afraid, man. He didn't want to lose his family. Look at his family, man. He didn't want to lose this. I think he wanted to lose this. See, a lot of us think, oh, well, he got some money, so fuck it. Then that mean you actually love the money more than you love using the money to take care of your family. I never trade in my family for no money. I can always get some more money. I don't know what I would do if I was to lose my family. This is what Jay-Z was on. Heal. See, Jay-Z did it backward. He built and didn't heal. And what did he do? He created a self-inflicted wound. Something y'all hear me say all the time. We have to heal before we build, because if we build and don't heal, we will what? Continue to create self-inflicted wounds. Self-inflicted wounds that you're going to have to use your money to patch up. Jay-Z waited 15, 20 years damn near into his career to cheat on his girl. And that shit almost cost him everything. Almost cost him everything, man. Almost cost him everything. So do y'all think Jay-Z really love money like that? Because you know he go get another Beyonce. He go get another woman and start another family. Why he didn't think to do that? Why didn't he think to do that? I could tell you why. Because he loved his family more than he loved money. He used money to take care of his family. In the things that money can buy. See, Jay wanted to be there with his kids. He wanted to watch his children grow. He wanted to impart things in them specifically from him. He wanted to be there. And he knew that what he did could have granted him the opposite of what he wanted. That's why he had to straighten up. You know, and shout out to Beyonce for forgiving him. Because she could have easily left Jay. Because Beyonce's Beyonce without Jay-Z as well. Just like Jay-Z is Jay-Z without Beyonce. So she could have moved on and just got the paper out of him like Kim did Kanye. But she didn't do that. I gotta respect her for that. Because Jay actually cheated on her. But he realized that the cheating wasn't just him cheating on his wife, but he was actually cheating his goddamn self out of a good life that he already had. And see, a lot of us men, we don't think like that sometimes. And we be ready to throw away everything just for something temporary. We got to keep that in mind, fellas. You want lifetime consequences for a temporary decision? Think about this, fellas. And I'm not talking about just child support. If Beyonce actually would have left Jay, man, they'd have been talking about Jay-Z for a whole goddamn year. His appearance value would have been shot. He destroyed his family. And see, the level that Jay-Z is at, he's at a level where all of them personal problems and all of that fucks with business. Being in the limelight for infidelity and all of this, all of the lights and all of that shit on you, that's not good for business. People will start pulling out of business deals with you. We saw that happen with Kanye. How Adidas pulled out on him. We saw that with Kyrie Irving. So we got to understand, man, paper can't save you. It's not even saving the people with all the goddamn money. Daisy Bloom says black men want to uplift other races until they get old. Then they want to come back to sisters when they turn 50. We good, bro. Okay. You came in here to tell me that? You came in here to tell me that? Have a good day, Daisy Bloom. Somebody get her Uber. Somebody get her Uber. And shout out to everyone, man. Put the link out one more time if y'all want to jump on. Chop it up about this series real quick. If not, I'm going to wrap up the show in about the next 5 to 10 minutes. Did somebody get her Uber? Oh, yeah. Somebody got her Uber. Let me make sure. I appreciate that. Whoever that was, Uber Black. Appreciate that. But shout out to y'all, man. The link is in the chat. I could come on real quick and chop it up. If not, we're going to wrap up the show. Oh, now somebody just had to get an Uber Black. They ordered an Uber Black. Let me put the tip in. That's what happened. You know, people come in here and just be talking nonsense so they could be heard because they bored. So, you know, you got to give them an express Uber. You know, they don't like to wait. So got to get them an Uber Black. She ordered one. You know. People bored, they like to do dumb shit. Grown people. They get bored. They like to just click on stuff like kids and go in and start talking stupid. It's a level of immaturity. That's all it is. And you know, we don't really tolerate that over here. This is not the place for that. You know, we have a whole parking lot full of Ubers. Absolutely, boot camp. Bloque. Absolutely. Bloque. We have a whole parking lot full of Ubers. So when you come over here acting drunk, acting like you can't control yourself, we have Ubers right there for you. Bloque. There's always one clown in the class. Come on, bro. And they always make themselves known. Ebo says next troll gets caddy with an extended back, with an extended backhand, if you know what I mean. We just gonna get him a Uber Black. That's all. That's all we gonna do, boot camp. Bloque. That's all we gonna do. That's all we gonna do. Yep. But shout out to y'all, man. Like I said, I see y'all on Friday, most likely. I'm gonna go black for the next couple of days. Just need a break, need to relax, and just chill, man. Thank you, Queena. I appreciate it. Shout out to you for holding down the Chizat. You and all the other mods always coming through, holding down the Chizat for a brother, man. Shout out to y'all. Salute to everyone for coming through to today's show. Like I said, I see y'all next week, Friday. Like I said, I'll be dropping some content for y'all. So y'all stay tuned. Y'all stay tuned for the shorts. I will be dropping shorts. So it's going to be all pre-recorded content. Y'all stay tuned for that. I will be dropping them all at the same time, as always. So y'all make sure y'all notification bells is on. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Sure do. Sure do, my brother. Shout out to T Church. Absolutely. So we'll be back on Friday right here on Sheep Stay Sleep TV. I appreciate everyone for pulling up. I appreciate everyone for pulling up. If you enjoyed the show, you would like to donate to the show, the PayPal and the Venmo is going across the screen. Shout out to everyone who has financially supported today's show. Most importantly, I appreciate y'all being here. Y'all asked for a weekend show, open panel. We will continue this show. We will continue this show. Just keep supporting the show. Keep supporting the recap shows. Like I said, and we're gonna keep them going, man. I appreciate y'all support. DS1 Raw, Sheep Stay Sleep TV, man. And I see y'all on Friday, man. Y'all be safe. Y'all stay tuned for more content. Hold up, hold up. Before we go, what up, Auntie? Salute.
What up, Sheep? What's good, fam?
Salute, my brother. What's going on?
Chilling. No, I'm chilling, man. Just had a moment. I missed a good portion of your show, but
Yeah.
I just wanted to come in and chime in on the topic. Flip that straight. Because this was a cool series, and
Mhm. Hey, bro, let me know. What you want to chime in on? Any episodes in particular? We did 5 episodes. This was the first episode where we talked about Ebony K. Williams and Tyler Perry and the backlash they got from the sisterhood. Then the second show we spoke about mental health, and I pointed out 10 black celebrities who's dealing with mental health issues and mental health issues that's in the industry amongst our people. And then episode 3, I spoke on family, where I read a article about Jay-Z saying he had to go to therapy to save his family, basically, because when he cheated on Beyonce, Beyonce was going to leave him, whether we believed it or not. So he was like, therapy, taught him that everything is connected. Everything is connected, and then episode 4, we spoke on reputation, how money can't save your reputation. We just saw Dusty Red, with that poor amateur porn. That was horrible. That shit looked like 2 crackheads fucking on the train. That was nasty. Okay, got you, bro. And then on the last episode, we spoke on addictions and demons. how money can't save you from your demons. You know, either you gonna use the money to feed them or face them. You know, so that's the series. You know, in its entirety from each episode. And T gonna fix his audio real quick and be right back. Appreciate you, boot camp. Salute. Salute, salute. I'm gonna keep it going a little longer. I'm gonna let Auntie come up and chime in on the topics, and then we gonna wrap it up. Make sure y'all like and share the show too, man. Like and share the show. Let me drop the link again. The link is in the chat. Link is in the chat, Auntie. But make sure y'all go to the playlist, man. Check out all the other series. Check out all the other series. Before this series, we did what happens when men lose themselves. Make sure y'all check that series out as well. Make sure y'all check that series out as well. Y'all can easily access the series by going to the playlist section. Go to the playlist section. When y'all go to the playlist section, just click whatever playlist that you want to watch. Got hours and hours of content. Hours and hours of content. Shout out to y'all, man. The link is in the chat. The link is in the chat. If you still here, Auntie, click the link. The link is in the chat, bro. There you go. What's good, bro?
Yeah, I tested it now. Make sure I just
Okay.
cut out. But no, man, just bro, just like you said, your paper ain't gonna be able to save you. You know, like I can't be any more crystal clear, and I'm not gonna say that I'm the world's most expert on anything, but I do know that much. You got to get everything else in order, and that's when the money comes. I think I said this in your chat box last week. You know, people making relationship decisions based on money when you should be making money decisions based on relationships.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely, bro. I remember when you said that too, and that's key. That's key. Because when you actually think about it, when you actually think about it too, when you actually think about it all, you know, and I had said this, if I'm not mistaken, on the third or the last show. Most of the people with all the money, they talk about relationships and how their relationships with people has landed them better business opportunity.
And more money and all of that other stuff. Those were the lessons that I got from people that's billionaires, you know, billionaires, half of billionaires. You know what I'm saying? Relationships, don't do business with people you don't trust. Take care of your health, you know, take care of your health. Don't take unnecessary risks. You know? So when people want to say things like, oh, I got to get a man that's on my level and all of that other stuff, it's like, what does that have to do with money? Like, you really think you make $200K a year and the dude makes $35K a year because he cuts trees or whatever for a living, that puts you above him?
Exactly. You know? And the truth of the matter is with that too, bro, a lot of these women just won't admit that, yeah, you making all that money and you doing nothing with it. You're doing nothing with it. So at the end of the day, it's like, that's not what's being talked about. Even the relationship between people and money is fucked up.
Yeah. I mean, money's supposed to be a tool. So even if you say you got it like that and you got all of this stuff going on, it's like when men got money, it means we're supposed to know to get, like, we're supposed to be using that to give opportunities. Like, you really got two types of people in this world. You got those that need favors and those that do favors.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So if you got all this money and you ain't in position to do no damn favors and actually open up doors for folks, what are you doing?
Exactly. Exactly.
And I ain't saying you got to be charitable and just give your stuff away or nothing like that. But there's a term for it. It's a venture capitalist. If you're really doing this properly, you're supposed to be investing in people. Well,
yep, because that's the money.
Mm-hmm.
That's the real currency. The real currency is the actual interaction between people, because that is what actually creates business. People moving and interacting. So if people just don't understand those basics, and I think a lot of us don't, that's why you see a lot of us with a whole lot of money, but as a collective, we're nowhere. Yeah, I think it's really because of that mindset of them not understanding what you just broke down.
Yeah,
you're supposed to
if
give.
The only goal is to look down on people. You know what I'm saying? That's it. That's all you'll be doing, but you'll be up there by yourself, looking down on people.
Mm-hmm. And then when you think about it, you'll just be lonely, because even other people who may have just as much or more money, they're not gonna rock with you because of your attitude. They're not gonna want to do business with you.
Mm.
And a lot of people don't think about that, man. Character is the currency. At some point, your character will land you in front of the right people that's willing to grant you the right opportunities. You don't have to put on and behave a certain way. All you got to do is be yourself, because that's really what a person is investing in anyway.
Yeah.
When they
those
put the
that are
money
truly
in.
successful will tell you that. If you're like, look, before I invest in an idea, a product, a business, even a piece of property, like, you got to see its potential, and you got to see who's actually behind it, who's at the helm, who's wielding it. All of that stuff is just a tool, but who's wielding it?
Mm-hmm.
You can get these things from anywhere. All of this stuff that you can buy it from someplace else. But why is somebody gonna buy it from you?
Yep, it's true. That's true.
But people don't put that much value in character, and also, we'll force a lot of people to look in a mirror. I'm not gonna say you always get what you attract, or you always attract what you are. I'm not gonna say that, because sometimes you could be a good person, and bad people just come over to you because they see something that they can take advantage of. But for the most part, if that's what you keep on ending up with, you got to look at yourself.
Absolutely.
If I got all this money and I keep attracting low lives, maybe I ain't too much higher up than them anyway, no matter how much money I got.
Mm-hmm.
Like I say, millionaires and billionaires will tell you that. Typically, like, look, we know plenty of other millionaires and billionaires that are low lives, scum.
Yep.
We wouldn't do business with them. We don't trust them.
We don't care about his money. His money's no good here.
Facts.
Yeah, just come out and say it. His money's no good here.
That's it. They don't like you. They don't know what I'm saying. They don't like what you stand on. So all of this stuff, when people making, relationship decisions and all of that stuff based on money and everything, it just doesn't make sense. I'm not saying get with a bum, get with somebody. If you can't take care of yourself, you're not in a position to even be with a woman anyway. And I'm gonna say the same thing for women. If you ain't capable of taking care of yourself, you probably ain't ready to be with a man. I'm talking about taking care of yourself just on a normal, just home level. Hygiene, the household, being able to maintain a schedule, all of those things. You likely not ready for a man. And same thing goes for a man. You're not ready for a woman if you can't even provide a living for yourself. And then, stack a few coins. So I'm not saying get with a bum, But if a dude's able to make a living, what makes you better than him just because your living is your house is a little bit bigger, your car is a little nicer?
Exactly. And that's a good point, bro, because I think a lot of times in the conversation, we don't have that level of maturity in the conversation, because as two functioning adults, we supposed to be able to take care of ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
So if and that is not based on how you judge how I take care of myself, because if whatever my bills is, it shouldn't matter if I could pay them.
That's it.
You see what I'm saying? So I think a lot of times people be projecting what they want from themselves off on other people. Oh, my man got to make this, but you a cashier at a supermarket, man. Your lifestyle, you're able to take care of yourself based on how much money you make. So why don't you start there? You see what I'm saying? Like a lot of times in the conversation, we just be projecting like, oh, we should have that. No, you shouldn't. You should get what you earn.
Yeah.
It's not about what you should have. That's not how life works.
Yeah.
It's about what you've accomplished and the person that you're willing to deal with. All of this, what a person's supposed to do for you and how much they gotta have according to you, that shit is irrelevant and it's childish. And a lot of us be sounding like children. Oh, well, he should be doing this and he should. Well, you should be paying for your own hairstyles.
Yeah.
That's your head. You see what I'm saying? Like just keep things on a basic level. You should be paying for your own hairstyles because it's your hair. And it's your job to make sure you look nice, whether you look nice for me or the goddamn world. That's your responsibility. But we be putting all this shit off on each other, and it's like, hold up. When are we just gonna become responsible for ourselves first? See, this is why a lot of times it's competition in a relationship. Because you looking at what your partner got and comparing yourself. You starting to feel like you not that, you need to be more of a man because she make more money than you and she might go get another dude. Well, that's the dude she need to be with.
Facts. Now, granted, if I'm with a chick and she's just hustling like that, like it's one thing you just got a high paying job or whatever. I got a decent paying job, but hey, you make more than me at your job. That is what it is. But if you just hustling, you around the clock hustling, and I'm that, you know what I'm saying, my finances are beneath yours because I'm just sitting around doing nothing, then yeah, that should be motivation to, if my girl could work like that, I need to get my ass up and handle some business. You know what I'm saying? She's hustling around the clock. But just because you got to, if you work the hours of 9 to 5, just like I do, you make a little bit more. I don't put you in no class above me. Yeah.
No, not at all. And I think that we need to understand that, and you've mentioned this before, that men and women are supposed to complement one another, not compete.
Yeah.
It's about complementing one another and collaborating with one another. It's not about one being better than the other, because at the end of the day, you can say that with anybody. There's always going to be somebody better than you in certain areas. But that's what their strengths make them unique, and your strengths make you unique. And so does your weaknesses.
That's what teamwork was supposed to be, right? Were we supposed to kind of cover up or minimize each other's, weaknesses and maximize each other's strengths?
Exactly.
The 5-finger fist rule, a finger by itself it doesn't pack much of a punch until you ball them up together. And now you got a fist. So that's what it's supposed to be. As men and women, we just supposed to understand that. Look, what a woman's supposed to be able to do the things that I can't do, number one, and then the things that I can do, I'm supposed to be able to do them better because she's there, and vice versa. Everything's just supposed to be better because she's there. And, everything's supposed to be better because I'm there too. Everything's supposed to be better because I'm there and I'm supposed to fill in the blanks and handle whatever it is that she can't handle. So that's what I mean. It's not 50-50. That's 100-100. And 100% plus 100% equals like 300-400% and even more.
Facts.
And that math sounds crazy, but that math does math.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I'm glad you said that too.
The family business, that's the family business. The family is the business.
Bingo. And we should be in business to keep this family together.
That's it.
Because without that, there is no business. Facts. There is no business. So and I think a lot of times too, and I think the things is beginning to turn too, bro. Because I'm starting to notice, of course, the bigger people listen to our shit. So they, they go and they package it in their own way. But I'm noticing that the conversation is slowly turning back to that family conversation. Because when you think about it, we burnt out on the gender war. What more shit we can say? What is there else to say? There's nothing else to say at this point. This is why a lot of the content is there's not a lot of content being produced. It's just a lot of regurgitation over and over and over. And it's being packaged with cute thumbnails and sound effects. So I think that platforms like mine's, yours, and other brothers, guys like Truth As I Know It, Kwafi, it's gonna come back to a point where it's like, what are we doing? What are we doing? It's gonna come back to that where the men and the women are gonna have that real conversation.
I mean, I'm going to show that clip again, tomorrow with that chick that just came up. You know what I'm saying? She's in tears, but even she says not because she's sad. It's like it's just a release because she can be real with herself. You got to start with the truth. I mean, she's like, hey, I want to be loved, but there's stuff that's wrong with me. So I don't even know how to love. Right. I don't know how to. I can't give somebody something. I don't even know how, but I'm demanding it from somebody else. This is crazy. So people think, oh, well, I done got these degrees and I got this job and I got this money and I got this house. Now I deserve love. Like, no, you don't. And even if you did, that doesn't mean you're going to get it. This is the world. People get things they don't deserve all of the time.
All the time.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, it just is what it is.
Right.
People don't get things that they do deserve all of the time.
All the time.
Like, you're going to have faith and just hey, I'm just going to work on me, be the best version of myself that I could possibly be. And if so, maybe I'll attract somebody that's on that same plane as well. And if I do attract something that's not that, hey, hopefully I can name that tune in just a couple notes instead of a few notes.
Right.
Right. And get out of Dodge.
That's true. Because we always not going to have good experiences. That's true.
People think they're entitled to, I mean, it's one thing to feel entitled, which, I mean, I guess it's human nature. You know what I'm saying? It's a normal human emotion. But to feel entitled to someone else, or to think someone else owes you something, or you're entitled to death do us part love, and he's got to be all of these things, and he's got to be rich, and he's got to treat you good, and he's got to do all of this stuff right here. You're just entitled to that. Like, no, you're not. You're going to have to try to be all of those things that you want somebody else to be. You got to be able to compliment them. They got to want you too. You know what I'm saying? They got to want you too. And you got to be cool if you don't get it.
That's a fact. That's a fact. And that's a big lesson that us brothers got to learn too. Because a lot of times, especially when we got that paper, it's like nobody's going to tell me no. I know we've heard plenty of dudes say that. Bro, I just got my check. Hey, I'm going to the bar. I'm leaving with 2-3 girls. Ain't nobody telling me no. And then he have a whole bad night and he end up with Jergens at the end of the night. Pocket full of money, drunk with Jergens.
Yeah.
So
well, hey, a pocket, empty pockets that night. He done ran out of money and he ain't got nothing but enough for a bottle of Jergens or whatever.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Nothing else left. You done spent all your money. You know?
Yeah.
Trying to stunt.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Because we use a lot of men use money as a tool for confidence. You know, a lot of these guys, you know, even content creators, we ain't gonna mention no names, they had low self-esteem before that bag came. They was very humble, they was nice, they was meek. As soon as they got a bag and start, you know, could dress a little better and all that, you know, they whole demeanor changed. And you know, now, you know, they at a point where they're eating crow because they thought the money was going to save them, and the shit actually destroyed them. Because a lot of times we don't know that either. Money can destroy you.
Yeah. Like I say, money is a byproduct of success. Success is not about, you're not successful just because you got money. You get money because you're successful, but you get a lot of other things too when you're truly successful. You know, any idiot can hit the lottery. Like what they had a past $1 billion jackpot last year. You get the lottery for $1 billion tomorrow, and there's a bunch of people that won't bother doing business with you. You still ain't got no seat at that table. I'm talking about people that ain't worth but a tenth of what you worth.
Facts.
They're not gonna bother because you just some dude that got lucky. You're gonna soon be parted from your money. They know that.
That's a fact.
You know?
Fact, bro. Well,
so you got to make your loans, but you know you can't tell these people much of anything. Just like you said, they got a few dollars. You know, they never had it before, and that you're gonna see that it's a lot in these spaces because it's rare that people just like, hey, how often could you sit back and just talk a bunch of noise and get paid for it? Now you can. So anybody can just sit back, talk a bunch of noise, tell people what it is that they want to hear, you know, appeal to their emotions. They can get paid for it. But I mean, those of us that know, we know a nigga that never had nothing.
It's a fact.
We know that. You know, and
you can see
unfortunately, I hate to say it, a lot of dudes, and women too, on here, but I would say dudes in particular, because I am one, I know how this works. The best thing that can happen for them is to go broke. At least once. I mean, truly go broke, not be broke, but go broke. You know, and I know what that is. You know, I know what that is. I've been there. I tell people that, and I'm real about it. I know that I've been poor, rich, and poor again. And having to come back up and dig yourself out of that hole, that's worse than never having money at all. Trust that. But it builds character.
Damn. So it's like that's like a real rude awakening. Like it ain't all cracked up to what we think it is. And I learned that lesson too. I learned that lesson being outside in the streets, man. That is not when you're actually looking at the game from the outside, looking in, you think it's something glamorous, you think it's something happy and, you know, progressive and, oh, this is great. And then when you get in it, it's a totally different thing. It's a whole new world. You know, you around a bunch of people who really hate each other. Like this is stuff you begin to see over time. Like, this shit is not real. And what actually lured you in was the money, that dangling carrot. And it's like you learn the most damaged lessons in life, because the streets gonna teach you, and they're gonna teach you from the cold-blooded aspect. You're gonna learn shit from a cold-blooded aspect.
Yeah, and I'm not gonna totally pivot your topic, but that's one of the, I always say my favorite movie of all time is Wall Street. Not Wolf of Wall Street, Wall Street, with Charlie Sheen, Michael Douglas, because that dude, he worshiped Michael Douglas' character, worshipped him, because this dude made all of this money. You know what I'm saying? With stock market seemed like some kind of genius when dude was just insider trading. You know what I'm saying? He was just insider trading. He just knew stuff. But he put him on game and was like, okay, so that's the game. I could do this. But then he saw who this dude really was. And the dude's father is trying to tell him, like, you know what I'm saying? Charlie Sheen was played by his real father in that movie. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, do you understand? This dude's a low life. You know what I'm saying? And Sheen is like, you never wanted to go out there and stake your claim in the world. That's why you just work in an airline. Like, do you know what this dude does? This dude acquires like real businesses that employ real people, and he just liquidates them, chops them up, takes the pensions, you know what I'm saying, sells all the materials, puts thousands of people out of work, makes a buck and leaves. And goes right on to the next one. Yeah, he's got limousines and jet skis and yachts and all of that stuff, but he's a low life. And then you even saw that, you know what I'm saying? If nobody saw the movie, please go see it. But you know what I'm saying? At the end of it, you saw it was somebody even bigger than him. You know what I'm saying? Like, and as Charlie Sheen straight up, like, how you ever get caught up with a low life like this?
Right.
And this dude's moving hundreds of millions of dollars around. But yo, you consider the low life.
I see
A
that.
low life, a liar, a snake. You know, all of those things. So that money don't mean much of anything.
And you can never remember this, y'all. Remember this. And then you could give your closing remarks, bro. But remember this, fellas. Ladies, too. You can't pay to get your reputation back. Cannot pay to get your reputation back. Kanye bought Kim Kardashian's sex tape. She's always going to be known for it. So you can't pay. Black China, she's not going to be able to pay to get her reputation back. They're going to have to go through what they call an ego death and come back a totally different person. Sexy Red is never going to be able to live that trash down. Never. She's never, she thought that it was cool for her to act the way she act now. Now she's going to have to turn up 20 times more because her reputation is trashed and she can't pay to get it back. And a lot of us think that we can do that. A lot of us think that, oh, nobody will know I'm a snitch. Nobody will never know that I'm a grind ball, a grease ball, shiesty dude because I could pull up and pop bottles and create this facade around myself. We in a time today, y'all, where that shit is backfiring. Can't pay for your reputation back, bro. So you give your last remarks, bro, then we gonna wrap it up.
Nah, hey, I appreciate you having me up. Yeah, just like he said, you got one chance to make a first impression. And first impressions are really, really tough to change up. So just like he said, when it comes to that, look, you ain't gonna be able to pay for you know what I'm saying, pay to fix your reputation. So you can either go like harder and harder and harder and embrace that reputation you got, or you're gonna have to do a total 180. That's just pretty much what it is. But now you live in this day and age where people can kind of project what they want. Everything is a, you know what I'm saying, LED screen, you know, now. So people are able to project it, fake it till they make it. And then you end up hearing about it, reading about it. There are a bunch of podcasts about it, and they just become a trending topic. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's above reproach, you know, right now. So the playing field is going to level out no matter what. You're going to see a lot of this stuff. You're going to see people are living online. People are living on television. So these can either be just trending topics, reasons to gossip, or they can be just like what Sheep made it today, a teachable moment, you know, for all of us. And I think that's what we need to be doing, is people just using this to better ourselves. So that's what the tool is for. But I want to thank you for having me up, man. Appreciate you, fam.
Man, salute, Auntie. I appreciate you supporting the platform, bro, as always. Y'all make sure y'all go subscribe to my man, Auntie, man. He got some great content. He been dropping bombs. So it's, you know, he the home of the purge. He's the home of the purge, but he been dropping some fire content lately, man. So make sure y'all go over there and support my man, Auntie. Shout out to you, Ebo. Salute, bro. He says if more convos like this were being had, things will start to change. Absolutely, bro. Absolutely. But it's gonna take one platform at a time, bro. And y'all know that's why I'm here. Sheep Stay Sleep TV, you know, DS1 Network. That's why we here, man. That's why we here. So shout out to everyone. I appreciate everyone for coming up on today's show. Shout out to everyone who supported this recap show. Like I said, y'all keep coming through. Y'all keep supporting the recap show. I'll continue to have them. I'll continue to have them. Don't be shy, ladies. Don't be shy. Y'all could click the link. Y'all could come up, chop it up with me. That's why I came up with this idea. You know, I understand that I'm a little anti-online, according to y'all. So when I put the link out there, y'all don't have to be shy. Y'all could come up. We could chop it up, and just keep things on topic. And like Auntie said, man, start making this stuff a teachable moment, because that's what content is really. That's what content really is. So shout out to everyone once again. Salute to everyone. I see y'all on Friday. Go take me a quick vacay, get me some rest, and I'll see y'all Friday, man. DS1 Raw, Sheep Stay Sleep TV. Make sure y'all get down in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think. Make sure y'all click the playlist when you realize that the paper can't save you. Go and check each episode out 1 through 5, man. I'm going to catch y'all on the next one. Peace.